Hello there ladies and gentlemen, TX141 here, also known as Paul, bringing you episode 11 of my War Thunder Live series. In today's episode I will firstly be bringing you a channel update for October 2014, and then I'll be going into some realistic gameplay featuring the legendary Spitfire F Mark 9. Now the reason why I picked the Spitfire this time is because whilst, if we take a look at the event screen, we can see that the Battle of Iwo Jima's on, to be honest I'm not really feeling the need to play the Americans or the Japanese at the moment, and I've yet to actually play a British aircraft in realistic mode. So, as a result, I thought I'd take the opportunity to fly what would be quite a pleasant plane, I hope, the Spitfire Mark 9. As we're waiting for a game, I'm going to commence with a channel update. However, I'd also like to say thank you to all of you for your support on episode 10, when I took my P-51 out up against the ME-262s. If you haven't seen that video, why not check it out using the link in the top right corner of your screen, as displayed now, because I think you will really enjoy the video. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but as I say, thank you so very much for all of your support, ladies and gentlemen. It was very kind of you, the words that you provided, and it was a completely new experience for me. Now, set up. Yep, that seems good. Perhaps widen my convergence to 300. Okay, let's give this a go. Okay, so we're flying with the Americans, and as a result this means we're probably up against the Germans or the Russians. And it's alternate history Berlin, so more likely the Russians I would assume. Not too many people in the game, that's not a bad thing. Pardon me. Okay, I'll just get taken off and... I'll just take off and start building some altitude, then I'll get into the channel update. Okay, so whilst I'm climbing, let's get on with the channel update. As you all know, I've started work recently and I'm loving it, to be honest. I'm a little bit tired because I'm getting used to the standard working hour, but I'm loving my new job. That's all I'm going to say about that. And I think about a week and a half ago I hit the 500 subscriber milestone, and I'm now at 530, or just a couple more subscribers. I apologise for not bringing this update sooner, and a thank you sooner. It was very rude of me not to say thank you as soon as I hit the milestone. But the time just flew by, and it was quite funny that I wasn't told that I'd reach 500 subscribers by looking through sort of my inbox or the actual subscription list. It was the fact that a couple of people would put comments on videos saying, well done on reaching 500 subscribers, which was really nice of you guys to actually sort of let me know well in advance of me actually realising. But nonetheless, ignoring my idiocracy, I'd like to say thank you to all of you for tuning in, whether you're an old viewer or a new viewer. I know I keep saying this at every sort of 100 subscriber milestone, but I really mean it. You guys and girls are making what is a hobby one of the most enjoyable things I've ever done in my free time. To be honest, I never thought I'd have a video exceed 1,000 views. Funnily enough, my Focke-Wulf 190 A5 review from ages ago is now, I think, just about to hit 2,500 views, and we just hit 500 subscribers. That was my target for the end of this year, and we've hit it at the start of October, or just before October. I mean, what else could happen? Not saying that I'd reach 1,000 subscribers by Christmas, I highly doubt that. And I'm not going to set any more targets for this year, simply because I've already gone well beyond whatever I expected the channel in terms of growth to achieve. Now, a little bit of gloating out of the way. What does this mean for the viewer? Now, I've had a number of you request giveaways and things along those lines. Now, I'm not inclined to do things such as live streaming or sort of raffle giveaways associated with live streams, so as a result I wanted to take a different approach. I'm going to be running a competition. Now, of course, that usually means that you're going to have to do a little bit of work in order to perhaps earn some golden eagles. Well, it's going to be a small scale competition, with the top prize being 1,000 golden eagles. I'm going to give the details a little bit later on, so give it a week or two for me to finalise the details, and then I will pass those out in a video essentially, much like this one. Well, that'll be a lot shorter, I hope. But the idea is going to be called the Ace in a Day competition. A little bit obvious, I guess, by association with what I normally do for my review process, but it'll be your turn to submit an Ace in a Day gameplay from arcade mode. And essentially, whoever submits the one which I deem probably the better of the majority of the submissions, getting caught in my own words here, and I'm up against the Russians as I thought, breakaway. Whoever submits the one which I personally deem is the best gameplay display, not in terms of kills or anything along those lines, but I'll go into sort of criteria I'll look at a later date. That'll be the one that earns the 1000 golden eagles. There will be a second and third place prize. I believe that'll be sort of 500 golden eagles and 250 respectively. I haven't scoped out the project yet, so please do not quote me on all these numbers at a later date. But essentially, it's something which I'd like to get you all involved in. I mean, I know a lot of you, well, I would assume a lot of you by some of the comments that have been posted, personally find getting 5 or more kills is sometimes a rare occurrence. But it'd just be a nice little something I feel to give back to you all. The idea I can get you all going for something related to the reviews I do. At the same time, I would not use any of the material as a sort of definitive article, i.e. for review purposes. It would just be your work, i.e. your gameplay, going up. I'd do a commentary over it, and in fact, if you would like me to, I could even perhaps give some tips and advice as I'm watching it back, i.e. to the 3 who get submitted. No, yeah, sorry, the 3 who get submitted. I'm getting tangled in my words here. The 3 who get submitted and essentially win the prizes. I could always say what's good about this game, what's bad about this game, what could be improved, what do I personally take away from it, and things of that type, so that way we can all improve and better ourselves in the brilliant game that is War Thunder. Now, having talked about the competition for a little bit, and stating that the details will be released at a later date, what else is there to talk about? Well, I guess I'm going to go after this PE2 in the meantime. The other thing to talk about, and I've just realised I haven't put enough fuel in the plane, that was silly of me, is that, well, the review schedule. Now, I've had a bit of a problem, and a friendly player pointed this out to me, and it was very kind of him, or her, I haven't verified gender for certain, that we've got patch 1.43 coming. And, well, that shouldn't be a problem, that should be a good thing to look forward to, right? Well, the thing with patches, and when the flight models are changed, of course, it makes reviews I perform irrelevant on occasion. Now, I haven't had too many examples of this. One example would be the Focke-Wulf 190 D13, whereby I had to re-review the aircraft because of its flight model being updated, and I get the feeling that PE2 is a scout plane because it's not moving about very much. Let's concentrate on this and then we'll get back to our point of discussion. Okay, I'm coming a little bit too fast. Come on. Yes, gotcha! Okay, it was an AI plane, so I'll count that as half a kill. Anyway, right, returning to what we were talking about, which was the next patch and the problems with the review schedule. Right. When I re-reviewed the Focke-Wulf 190 D13, for example, I was a little infuriated at the fact I'd just released the review, and then I had to re-review it because the flight model was updated. Now, I personally see this as just literally another challenge. It's something fresh. Pardon me. I've got the wind today. I see it as something fresh, something I can go back to, and therefore it keeps me engaged and allowing you to all... Sorry, allowing me to bring you all a new piece of content, essentially, or a new review. I've got to stick away from the word content, it's a horrible word. However, at the same time, it can also come across as pretty much a cop-out. So essentially I do a review and then 5 minutes later I've got to do the same review again because circumstances change and, well, it could be deemed as sort of a waste of my time. And as a result, because there are so many flight models being updated in the next patch from what I gather, although I haven't seen a definitive list, I'm a little bit hesitant to delve into a lot of the requested planes, especially the heavy fighters, because I get the feeling a lot of flight models concerning heavy fighters will be updated. As a result, I have got some reviews which I would like to bring in the nearest possible time, simply because they're planes which I've been meaning to review for quite a while, and I personally feel that they will not be updated to a huge extent, or even updated in the next patch. These include, and I believe this is the definitive list that I've got in my little notebook in front of me, the Messerschmitt 19 ML3, the ML1, on top of those the Type 18 Ishak, also known as an I-16, and finally the Illusion 2, which was an attacker review requested by a fellow player, or just generically attacker reviews requested, and I'm going to get around to starting to look at those as well. And I feel that these are all planes which are not going to receive major flight model changes, perhaps the IL-2, so I'll do that one last. But at the same time, I'm trying to equate a balance between patches coming in and reviews going out which will not have to essentially be recast within a very small period of time. So as a result, expect once I've uploaded those reviews, so it's going to be about 4 reviews from now, if the patch isn't dropped by then, that the review schedule is going to slow down significantly, and I'm going to put a lot more emphasis and focus into TX's tips and War Thunder Live. At the same time, this will also provide me with time to start upgrading some of the higher tier aircraft. Now, I've had a couple of you say, well, would you like to borrow my account in order to review some high tier aircraft? And I appreciate your offers, but I want to stick to my account. Firstly, because I don't want to get your account associated with me. Not that's a bad thing, but it's just I just feel as though I would sort of be putting a name to your account, which wouldn't exactly be fair on you, the player. And secondly, because to be honest, I find it quite rewarding when I grind up and gradually get aircraft. So as a result, and we haven't got many enemy fighters left, so as a result, I would like to go through the grind process myself. And also, I think it's nice for you all to be able to see a gradual evolution of my work as a player, because I have to go gradually towards jets, and I'm halfway to getting the ME-163B Comet, which is taking forever, but it's something which isn't that painful on occasion. So I hope that's put it in perspective. At the moment I am working towards upgrading both the F8F-1B Bearcat and the TA152H1. Those are 2 reviews which I intend to bring before Christmas. I'm putting an emphasis on the TA because that plane in stock condition, once it gets above 5,000 meters at the moment, to me it's probably one of the best planes in the game. It's incredible what it can do. But anyway, that's a story for another time. So I hope I've made it clear. Essentially, I don't want to use other people's accounts in order to bring reviews, simply because I want to go through the grind process myself and get that sorted out. And not only that, also I don't want to attribute myself to your accounts, not because I think that'd be a bad influence on you or myself, but because I just don't like the principle of that occurring. Sounds a little bit odd, I know, but I think you can all understand where I'm coming from. Now, I've absolutely exhausted my breath. Let's focus back on this realistic game, which hasn't really seen much happen. Oh boy, I'm one of only 2 left. Other than that though, ladies and gentlemen, I love doing this as always, and I will continue to do it. Everything is going very well, and although I'm a little bit tired, well, I'm not tired and fatigued in the sense of getting ready to quit anything. I just perhaps need a little bit of rest every so often, a little bit more than I give myself. Pardon me. Okay, so this Yak 9 is harassing a friendly B-25. But the problem is, as soon as I sacrifice altitude, I could get pinched. Okay, what can I do? What I'll do, I'll drop my altitude very gradually. It's a Yak 9, so I'll be able to outperform it at that altitude. Because Yak 9 was essentially the high altitude version of the Yakovlev Yak 1. Extended wingspan and uppowered Klimov VK107PF engine, I think. Meanwhile, in my Spitfire F Mark 9, I'm using a Merlin 61, which works all the way up to 6,000 meters very well. Okay, so what we're going to do... Right, I'm the only guy left by the looks of things. Okay. And another enemy plane just appeared on my screen. Perfect! Okay. Damn it. Right idea, poor convergence means I can't get the kill. I come back around. And I've got a comrade coming in. Whoa. It's another Yak 9. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to level out. So I've got the Yak 9T behind me. Got him. Right, brake, 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 brake. I shouldn't be able to go nose up as quickly. Right, that's a kill. And I'm about to stall out, so... Come on, rudder. Kick it round, kick it round. Good, right, I can build my distance now. And my speed. And I've still got ample ammunition. Right, this one's really pegging me. Okay, come on. I get the feeling I'm on the verge of a stall. No, he definitely is though. Right, my landing flaps will allow me to turn tighter, but... they're costing me way too much speed. Oh no, I think he's going for the heuristic wing over. Got him! Come on, go in! Come on! Yes! Whew! Right, let's head home. Right, there's one enemy plane left, and I've got ample ammunition. I haven't got much fuel though. Whew, this is tough. Whew. You know, this is actually sort of kicking in now what I've just done, because I've been trying to bring a channel update and Dogfight 2 planes at once. Oh, I'm sorry if this feels a bit rushed in, folks. I know I should have done the channel update in a separate video, but I just... I don't know, I wanted to try something different today. Yeah, I think what I'll do, I'll land. And hopefully, whoever this enemy fighter is... I'm glad I killed both those Yak 9s. I mean, in the end it became a case of who was the better performer down low, I feel, and also a little bit of who was the better turn fighter, of which the legendary Spit with the Johnny Johnson camouflage here, or paint pattern, and the invasion stripes, proved to be the victor. Alright, just bring her in. I mean, it's the first time I've actually flown a Mark 9 or any Spitfire in realistic mode. Well, I've flown the Mark 2B before in realistic, so that's technically a fib, but nothing... Oh, hello, enemy plane. Someone came over. Alright, build speed. We've got to turn the engine back on. I get the feeling the enemy Yak 9 is essentially going to pressure me into having to land. This is not good. Tell you what I'm going to do. Let's make it look as though I'm going to land. I haven't seen them. Because it's coming down to a flat 1v1 now. Are they flying away or are they just hovering? It's a shame I did not load the full fuel amount. I would have needed it for this game. Okay, cut the engine. I need to make it look as though I'm attempting to land. That's my problem. Yes, I'm aware time is running out. Right. Well, I can't see a black dot anywhere, so that would suggest that they are either flying away and trying to come in at low altitude, high speed, or that they're flown away completely. Right. I'm gonna land. As in, I mean it this time, I am going to land. Engine off, engine off. Easy girl, easy girl. Come on. Tail down. There we go. There we go. Easy now, girl. There we go. Okay, I'm not down on the ground for too long, so this is fine. You're taking too long. Thanks, game. Yeah, talk about rub salt in the wound. Good speed, though. And I'll admit, the Mark 9 is actually... I mean, I've read accounts from pilots, British and, of course, other nations, all saying that out of all the aircraft they've flown, the Spitfire was one of, if not the best aircraft. The Mark 9 version in particular was a very elegant and quite easy to handle plane. And I can see exactly why. I mean, this plane is a bit of an all-rounder. It seems to perform nicely with or without speed, although we did almost get taken out with that Yak 9T in that rather daunting little dogfight earlier. Fortunately, we managed to avoid some 37mm rounds of pain. Ah, I know where the airfield is. But also it turns nicely, it brakes quite easily. It brakes around and brakes away from engagement. And what's more, just a nice little aircraft. Aha, there's our foe. Now, they are sitting above their airfield, so let's drag them out. Come on, dear fellow. I have energy. And also I've conserved my WEP usage. Right, at least I know now if they have to go back for fuel for any reason, I can turn around on them. I think they are going to try and gradually come in on me, something I would normally do in this situation from all the experience I've had. Yes, they're definitely doing it now. Right, so we're going to have to prepare. Split S. Right, they're coming around again. Come on. Right, I've made them overshoot. Okay, engage the WEP now, because I can come after that. Okay, now I can begin my pursuit. Okay, so level out and just build speed. That's going to be an overshoot. And I think we're making them gradually bleed energy. because there it looked as though they had to really, yeah, G-Game, thanks. I know I'm holding up the mission. Keep reminding me. So Yak 9P. And I think... Right, well they're pulling away, of course, because they're building altitude. And they're turning again. Right, so what we do, every time we just follow them into their turn. And this way we gradually creep up on them. Utilise a little bit more web. We'll just keep chasing them. As long as you position yourself behind your opponent. And also, they're not at an altitude to make their engine's performance outdo that of my Merlin. And they're dropping altitude now to pull some speed. Come on. Come on, let's make it free. In our inaugural Mark 9 game. I'm not going to fire at this distance, we're too far away. Pardon me. Okay, we're going to close the distance. They're turning. And dropping altitude again. Okay, now we have the altitude advantage. Right, they're heading back towards their airfield. Okay, let's be relentless. All we've got to do is maintain a good position. We've achieved half the objective, now we've just got to get the kill. Or make them crash. We'll conserve fuel as well. I think they're going to loop. Yeah, they're coming around alright. Okay. And we now come back down on top of you. Engine off. Force them to lose altitude, not yourself. Engine back on, they're gradually levelling out, so they've got to turn, and we're a lot closer this time. And they're climbing now, so there's no way they can be outrunning us theoretically. Come on. Doing 520 kilometers an hour, we will gain ground eventually. Engine off because we're doing sharp turns now and we're entering our high speed envelope. Yes! Come on, please be the kill, please. There's no way that's surviving that. It's over, please. Please be over. I think that's it. Come on. Yes! Woo! Let's head home, old girl. Let's head back to Dover. There's no more to kill. Yes! I did it! I did it! Oh. Oh, wow. No way. I even got my Mark 16 from this game. Oh, what a day. Tell you what, this is going to be the best channel update I'll probably ever do. Oh, wow. Now, what do? Carry on with the Tempest Mark II or go with the LF Mark 9? Well, the Mark 16 is going to be the plane which will help me get the Mark 9 faster. So, as a result, I am going to be playing the Mark 16 a little bit more soon. So, let's put everything on the future Mark 9. Now, for those who are interested, I'm going to obviously do this in a historical section of the review of the LF. The L designation is for low altitude fighter. The LF had a Merlin 63 engine which was optimised for lower altitudes, but that's detracting from the point. Research that. So, to recap, now it says we got 4 kills. One of those was an AI kill on a PE2 recon plane, so we are going to discredit that as half a kill. In the end, we earned 3.5 kills and 41,459 silver lions plus 3,594 research points, with 7,904 going towards our research on what was the Mark 16. This is all thanks to ×2, of course, and what a brilliant game. But I'm not going to carry on boasting that. I mean, that is my first time flying a Mark 9 in realistic mode. Wow. I love it. I love the plane. And my goodness, we even came first. Last man standing, came first. What more could you ask for? What a wonderful game, and welling up a little bit because I never expected this, but yeah. I'd like to apologise if the channel update seemed a little bit rushed and hemmed in. It's just I haven't really... Well, I wanted to bring it during this episode, and I hope that all the points have been made clear. And this has been, well, one of my proudest War Thunder Live moments. So, I've been TX141, ladies and gentlemen, and that is all that I've got time for in this War Thunder Live episode. If you have enjoyed it, why not leave a like, comment or subscribe for future episodes, or just War Thunder videos in general. But until next time, take care and good luck in the skies!